So a long time ago, I did these videos where I would rate every single Pokemon in a generation out of 10. And I think it's time that we brought that back because Sword and Shield has been out for a while, so no one can yell at me for spoilers. Shut up, all right? Eternatus is going to be in this video. That's right, Zacian is on the cover of the game. Good, I'm safe. Rillaboom exists. All right, brilliant. So we're going to go through every single Generation 8 Pokemon and new Galarian form, and we are going to rate them out of 10. And I'm going to tell you why exactly your favorite sucks, and then you can yell at me in the comment section for saying that my opinion's wrong, because my lord, if there is something that people on the internet love doing, it's telling other people that their opinion is wrong. Let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. Grab your Joy-Cons and hit that like button, because if you don't, I'm gonna give your favorite a lower rating than I would have otherwise. Because I know what it is. I'm talking to you specifically, John. All the Johns watching this video got really freaked out for a second there. All right, so Grookey up first. Grookey, the best starter of the lot, honestly. Really love Grookey. Big fan. Big thumbs up. I'm gonna give Grookey, remember this is from 1 to 10. We're gonna give Grookey a big, I would say a 7.6. That's right, we're going for the points in this as well. A 7.6. And we go down to Thwackey. Thwackey's also cool. Should I be doing this in a different way? Maybe like this? Maybe I should do it like this? Oh, look at, oh my goodness, look at you go. Jesus, maybe I should be doing it like this instead. Or maybe I should doing it like this. I'm not exactly sure. We'll do it like this. This makes sense to me. Thwackey, also fantastic little individual. Do love him very much. I'm gonna give Thwackey a 7.8. However, Rillaboom does kind of pull back on the quality of this evolution line. Very sad indeed. So Rillaboom, unfortunately, does come down to a 6.7, though I will say I do still like Rillaboom. Remember, a 6.7 is still a good rating. It's still in the top 2/3. It's still in the top third of all of the ratings that I could possibly give it, so that's brilliant. Scorbunny is a very good little boy individual. It's a very good boy indeed. I mean, just look at this thing. It's a beautiful little rabbit. Where can you go wrong with that? Unfortunately, it's not as good as Grookey. Hashtag Grookey gang. So we'll be giving Scorbunny a 6.9. Strap yourselves in. There's gonna be a lot of those. Reboot! Oh, wait, I still have the Mario mod installed! So I installed a bunch of mods. I still have those mods installed. You know what this Pokemon looks like. You know what it is. Disregard the fact that it's a Mario, please. I totally forgot about that. But Reboot, aka Mario, good little dude indeed. Unfortunately, did die in my Nuzlocke. Very sad indeed, which you should watch. If you haven't watched my Nuzlocke of this series, or this game already, you should, because it's brilliant. Reboot gets a 6.8 because it's just a little bit, the design doesn't really mesh with me. And Cinderace, this is the worst thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. I've never been so disappointed with the final evolution. Actually, I could definitely take that back. Yeah, I could definitely take that back. I mean, Emboar exists. Yeah, actually. No, we'll take that back. Cinderace is right down to a 4.2. Don't like Cinderace's design. Actually, no, it's a 3.8. Don't like Cinderace's design, 3.8. Sobble is a whingy little baby who can't control his emotions, much like myself. Although we do share that similarity, I never got the whole Sobble love. I never understood it. I really did not. So I'm afraid I can't rate Sobble very highly. Sobble's going for a 5.1 right there. Drizzle, though, absolutely bloody fantastic. Do enjoy Drizzle very much indeed. Drizzile. Can't say his name though, but he does get bumped up to a 6.4. Inteleon, I hate the way that this looks. Absolutely hate it. He looks like Flat Stanley from SpongeBob. So because of that, I'm gonna have to give you a 4.3. I'm sorry. Blipbug looks like someone I would be up for lunch money, and I was the one that was getting bullied in school. So you get yourself a 2.8. Dottler, however, is a lot cooler. It reminds me of solar panels, and if there's one thing that we need to do today, it's save the world from climate change. And Dottler is helping us save the world from climate change because it looks like solar panels. So I'm gonna give Dottler a solid 2. No, not 2. I said that wrong. I'm sorry. A 7.0. A 7.0 exactly. That's what we're gonna give Dottler. And then we have Orbeetle that literally looks bloody fantastic. By the way, I'm not gonna do all the Gigantamaxes too because that's a lot, isn't it? Orbeetle is absolutely fantastic. I love Orbeetle. Orbeetle gets itself an 8.1. And then we move on to the rookie line, and There's nothing I love more than a bit of history, and there's nothing I love in history more than knights in shining armor. Unfortunately, Rookity is not one just yet. However, it's very unique in the fact that it is exclusively a flying type, which was only done by Tornadus before that. So you do get yourself a 6.1. Corvisquire is a lot cooler. I do like Corvisquire indeed. He is the Squire, so we have to give you a 6.8. Very nice. And Corviknight, there's just, oh, you just look so sick, man. Your shiny form is like a proper knight in shining armor. You look like the Death Knight from Fire Emblem a little bit. I love you. You're fantastic. You get yourself an 8.5. Scorvit exists. 3.1. Greedence is incredibly creepy and really reminds me of Five Nights at Freddy's, which is really scary. And my mom said that I can't play Five Nights at Freddy's anymore because it gives me nightmares before bedtime. So I'm sorry, Greedent, you're gonna get yourself a 3.5. Nickit, I think, is an absolutely fantastic design. I love it. I love the entire idea of a fox Pokemon. It fits the Galar region perfectly. And it steals! Because the secret ingredient is crime, if you did not know. So Nickit gets itself a 7.1. And Thieville, I love it. Still, it reminds me of like a cat burglar. He looks kind of French to me. And, you know, the English have this thing with the French where we kind of like hate each other, apparently. I mean, the English have this thing with everyone where we kind of like hate each other. Like, the Scots hate the English. The Welsh hate the English. The Irish definitely hate the English. Yeah, everyone kind of hate, that's a shame. Anyway, back on topic, Thieville gets itself a 7.8. I love this thing. Galarian Zigzagoon is bloody brilliant with his little tongue action going on there, so I'll give you, I mean, you're not great. I'm gonna give you a 6.2. But we have ourselves the Great Bear. Sorry, hold on. The Great Bear. You gotta do it right, okay? You gotta do it right. Lanoon is the Great Bear. He's got the tongue action. This thing is fantastic. I'm gonna give the Great Bear a 7.4. Obstagoon then comes along, and you know what? I like Obstagoon too. I think Obstagoon's pretty freaking sick too. So you know what, Obstagoon, you get a 7.4 as well. You're equally rated with the Great Bear. Wooloo is delicious. Just think of all the things you can do with the Wooloo. You can slow cook it. You can put it in a delicious curry. You can fry it up. You can make it into a delicious doner kebab. There's so many things that you can do with a Wooloo. It's so versatile. You can use its wool to keep you warm in the winter. And for that reason, we're gonna give you a 7.1. Dubwool, however, just looks uncomfortable. Dubwool is one of those people that get really, really, really cold when they go outside, much like myself, so they put on way too many layers. And then when you look at them, it looks like they're encased in some kind of cocoon, trying to metamorphosize into something stronger than they already are, much like myself. However, even though we do share similarities, once again, like I did with Sobble, you don't get a high rating. You get a 5, no, you get a 4.8. Sorry, buddy. Choozle here is just constantly looking angry, and I honestly don't know why. Why are you such a bloody bad mood all the time, Choozle? Just, Jesus Christ, lighten up, please. Please. He's not gonna lighten up, is he? No, he gets the 3.2. Dreadnought, however, very, very cool. Do like Dreadnought. Wish his pre-evolution was a wee bit cooler. Wish he had an evolution of some kind. That'd be sick. Doesn't, however, but you still get a 7.0. Yampa fills my heart with happiness every time I look at it. It's just adorable. I mean, its design could be better. The design definitely could be better, but it's still pretty cool nonetheless. So I'm gonna give Yampa a 7.6. And it only gets better with bolt-ons. I can't find a flaw in this thing. I really can't. Actually, to be fair, the design is quite boring, but I'm still gonna give you a 7.8. Even though it's not technically a new Pokemon, I'm gonna give a Pancham a 10 and Pangoro a 10. Because of course they are distant cousins. Not directly related, but distantly related to our friend Subnoodle. Isn't that right, buddy?
That's right, thanks for including me, I appreciate it.
That's right, buddy, all right. Gossifleur, I keep forgetting that this thing exists, but to be fair, it has a really cool design, so I'll bring it up to like a 4.8. And then you have Eldegoss, and as a child, I do have very fond memories of picking up those little flowers with the little seed things on top and just kind of blowing it into the breeze and thinking that I was actually helping the world cultivate some kind of life. I don't know if I was or not. I don't know if they ever actually grew into anything. But regardless, it did make me feel good, so you can bump yourself up to a 5.9. I forgot. I left the mod on for Seismitoad too.
Kermit the Frog. Hello, I'm Seismitoad, and I actually have my own. I have my own pixel art as well.
Ah, Sizzlipedes. What is it with the mustaches in this game? Seriously, there's so many mustaches. I don't know what the obsession is with it, but Sizzlipedes, a bit boring. Just kind of paves the way for the evolution there. So I give you a 5.0 because you're literally the most average thing in the world. But you are a Radiator Pokemon, and it is a bit chilly now. So, I mean, I could bump you up for that, but I'm not going to. Centiskorch, however, just absolutely resonates bloody coolness. Not coldness, coolness. It's a fire type, obviously, but it is so cool. I love this thing. I don't know, I have no bad words. I have no bad words. You get yourself an 8.8. Oh, is that a new personal best? I can't remember. Roly-Coly, this is the boy that will go and just never, ever, ever stop. The coal Pokemon. And we do love coal in the UK. We had the coal mines. Roly-Coly gets itself a 7.7, and it only gets better as we move on to Carcore. This guy has so much personality. This guy's Hot Wheels. This guy's brilliant. This guy is lovely. Carcore gets itself a 9.0. Absolutely fantastic. Don't even look at me. No, I don't want to hear it from you. I don't want to hear it from you. Don't even look at me. This is everything that has ever disappointed me in my life before. This is every Christmas present that I never got. This is every time a friend said that they could not make it to something that I wanted them to come to. My birthday party, for example. This is every single time I got some useless device in my Christmas stocking. I already mentioned Christmas, didn't I? I'm sorry, I have deep-rooted Christmas issues, all right? Colossal is, without a doubt, one of the most disappointing wastes of opportunities I've ever seen in my entire life. And I've already explained this, but it could have been a cool steam train. It would have made so much sense for it to be a cool steam train, and they turned it into a guy with coal on its head. A guy. I mean, I know the whole thing turns into a furnace eventually, and that's kind of, you know, decent. But this is the most boring design I've ever seen. Golem looks better than this. No, you get a 1.2. I'm sorry, I'm just... It just really gets to me, you know. So much missed opportunity, man. So much. Arrokuda, now, to be fair, this thing is pretty run-of-the-mill and not great. So we're gonna give this thing like a 4.5. Barrascuda, for example... Barrascuda comes out of the woodworks and just smacks us in the face with, look at this thing, it's so cool. He's got like the whirlwindy tailor thing at the end. He's a glass cannon, he's super sick. I got to use him in my Nuzlocke and he was brilliant. He's the skewer Pokemon. He will literally skewer you. He will literally put you on a spear. I love it. You get yourself a 9.0 as well. And then Galarian Meowth comes in. Oh, we remember Zao. We remember Zao from the Pokemon Sword Nuzlocke. I remember Zao from the Pokemon Sword Nuzlocke, the old man, who wasn't actually that old. He was probably like 6 months old when we got him, but he pretended to be an old man, and he was so brilliant. I give Galarian Meowth a 7.7. Very good indeed. Gigantamax Meowth looks just kind of weird, to be honest. And normal Meowth is just disappointing. I don't know. They have so many variants of Meowth. Jesus. And then we have Berserker, which I absolutely love. Even after it took me 2,800 encounters to shiny hunt it, which, by the way, I do stream shiny hunting on Twitch every single day. If you're not following me on Twitch, then you're missing out on great content. If you're not following me on Twitch, you're a stupid idiot, and you should go into the description and follow me on Twitch right now. Thank you. Love you very much. But Berserker is absolutely fantastic. The historical connotations of the Vikings, just amazing. So much better than Persian. You get yourself a 9.3. We have Milcery here, which I don't understand Milcery whatsoever. I really don't. It just confuses me. I look at it and I get dizzy and pass out sometimes. You're gonna get yourself a 3.3. Alcremie, however, does look absolutely delicious. And when you put oh, hold on. Where is it? Oh, jeez, there's so many forms of this thing. How do I get to the Gigantamax one? Wait, there it is. When I look at this, I just think to myself, wow, that's diabetes. But at the same time, I also think, you know what? That's okay. So I'm gonna give Alcremie a solid 7.0. I still kind of don't understand Gigantamax Eevee. It does look like it's about to punch me in the face, which makes me incredibly uncomfortable, but don't really get it all that much, to be honest. And we have the apple. I'm just gonna say it right now that I think the apple is brilliant. I think the apple is fantastic, and I cannot wait to shiny hunt that thing. But it is just an apple. But I will say apples are delicious. If you made it this far in the video, I need you to comment right now. Apples are delicious. Right now, go ahead. So I know how many people made it this far in the video, and while you're down there, might as well hit that like button, eh? Yeah, wink, yeah, hit that like button. For the YouTube algorithm, do it. Please, 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 I need this. I need this job. I can't go back to the coal mines. But apple, sorry, I was trying to rate this thing. This is a solid 7.1. Flapple is still pretty brilliant, to be honest, though it does kind of look like a worm, which is a bit weird, but you get yourself a 7.2. And Appleton gets itself a 7.2 as well, because I just can't pick between the two. I love them both and I can't pick between them. So what? Sue me. Don't actually sue me. I don't have the money to fight that at all. I don't. I would go bankrupt immediately, and then I have to go back to the coal mines. Ah, Galarian Farfetch. So much better than the original Farfetch. This guy looks like he's ready to fight. This guy looks like he's ready to smack me in the face. I'm glad that he's holding a leek, because if he's actually holding a decent weapon, he'd probably impale me and kill me immediately. And he is a wild duck, of course. I mean, just look at this thing. It's brilliant. It's fantastic. I'm gonna give you a 7.1. Sirfetch also appeals to my love of history. He's got himself a lance. He's got his lance. He's got his shield. He hasn't got his mighty steed though, so he does need to ride like a Galarian Ponyta or something like that. I have no idea, but Sirfetch, you can get yourself a 7.4 right there. Stunfisk is a bear trap, which is a vast improvement on the I don't even know what it was before. So you know what? You get yourself a 5.8 because let's be honest, you're still really not that good, are you? God, I'm so glad that they did something with Corsola in this game. Seriously, Corsola used to be so useless and irrelevant, and they were like, you know what? Let's make Corsola useful and relevant. And they killed it to do it. They killed it. You know, sometimes the strongest sacrifices require the strongest. What's that quote? I have no idea. Anyway, Corsola, pretty cool. Looks a little bit sad though. I mean, you could cheer up a little bit. I know you're dead and all, but like, it can't all be bad. Anyway, you get yourself a 6.5. Cursola kind of reminds me of like Prey for some reason. The 2017 Prey that they released. I don't know why. It also reminds me of The Last of Us, which is slightly disgusting, but also very cool. So you can get yourself a 6.7. Impidimp, sorry, I don't know her. I guess they must have never released her. Poor Impidimp. I do feel very bad. But Impidimp is here. Impidimp is one of my favorites. I love him. I think he's great. But I don't know if I can go higher than like an 8.5. Morgrim is decent. I give Morgrim like a 7.7. Grimmsnarl, very cool Grimmsnarl. And Grimmsnarl looks like it turns into a One-Punch Man enemy when it Gigantamaxes too. So that's pretty freaking cool. I'm gonna give Grimmsnarl like an 8.7. This is literally just a hat. I can imagine this being in the Harry Potter next movie, you know, whenever they jump into 1,000 years into the future, and instead of the sorting hat being just a random black witching hat, it's an actual living creature that they've grown. They grow the hats or something like that. I've never seen the last few Harry Potter movies. Maybe they do it in those, but it is just a hat at the end of the day, so it's gonna get a 4.4. Hatchrim is vastly, aggressively mediocre. You can get, Hatchrim can get itself a 5.0. And Hatterene, I do kind of like Hatterene, but not that much. I'm gonna give you a 5.5. I mean, even your Gigantamax is just like a slightly bigger version. And it's not like, it doesn't even look that much different, to be fair. But whatever, we'll move on. Ah, yes, the best form of wheezing. Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. That's right, Doug Dimmadome. Well, I mean, I feel like everyone's made that joke by now, so I should probably stop that. But still, Wheezing, absolutely fantastic. Wheezing gets like a 9.5. I love Galarian Wheezing. I think it's brilliant. This thing is the whole ass route. I can't, what, they made this thing the whole ass route. Finally, they made a good elephant Pokemon. Cufant is great. I love it. I mean, it's pretty cute. Oh, it's so cute. It reminds me of Dumbo. Grow some bigger ears, you idiots. You can get yourself a 7.7. And then Copperajah is cool, but then he's kind of like rectangular. And rectangles are not my favorite shapes. They're really not. I'm sorry, but I'm going to dock you a few points for that. You can go back down to a 7.4. And just look at this Gigantamax. This is the worst Gigantamax, easy. Just look at it. It's the worst one. Easily the worst one. You have to agree with that, surely. Cramorant, it's our friend Cheeto. Oh, don't we love Cheeto? Oh, I don't have Cheeto, actually. I don't have the shiny version. That's sad. But it's our friend Cheeto. And we love our friend Cheeto. Yes, we do. Just look at that guy go. But, I mean, he's to be fair, in battle, not amazing. I'm gonna give Cheeto a 6.4. And we have Toxel, the literal child. He's literally wearing a nappy, which is the UK version of a diaper, I believe. So, I can't say much good about Toxel, to be honest. Toxel can get like a 3.3. However, I can say lots of good things about Toxtricity, who is absolutely baller. To be fair, the high-key one is much more cool. It looks like a Super Saiyan, but there you got the low-key one too, which is not that bad either. I love Toxtricity. I'm gonna give you like a 9.1. I think you're great. And then we have Silicobra here, who is here, I suppose. Actually, I do kind of like you quite a bit. I'm gonna say like a 6.3 would be a fair thing for you. Sandaconda, don't want none unless you, no, I can't. You can't make that joke. It's just old, isn't it? It's just old. The Sand Snake, not the Solid Snake Pokemon, the Sand Snake Pokemon. Don't get this confused with some kind of like Metal Gear Solid crossover. It's not, okay? It's just not. But I'll give you a 6.8. You know, you're decent. Your Gigantamax makes me very confused. You don't need that much sand. Who needs 1,000,000 tons of sand? Nobody needs that. Galarian Yamask is, once again, my favorite phrase of the week, aggressively mediocre. I'm gonna give you a 4.9 because it's just below, you exist is basically what I'm trying to say here. Runejuris, if I could say it, is very cool though. Like its shiny form is cool, its normal form is cool, it's just cool in general. Its evolution method is not cool though, Game Freak, seriously, it's not cool. It's not cool, no one likes it. No one thinks you're cute, or funny, or special, all right? Just stop it, all right? Just stop. No one's gonna figure that out. But I will say this thing does get a, wait a minute, I just changed the language? Oh, I changed the language by accident. Oh God, go back to English, please. Thank you, now I feel safe. This is gonna get itself a 8.6. Oh, I love it. It's great. Galarian Ponyta. Some people waited and watched a random empty forest for 24 hours just to catch a glimpse of Galarian Ponyta. To those people, I say, sucks to be you. It's fine. It gets like a 4.6, I guess. Actually, no, I can't. I rate you a little bit higher than that. Like maybe like a 5.4. Rapidash is, again, it's fine. It gets like a solid 5.0. Sinisty, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Give it the round of applause. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. What's that? You got Poltergeist. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Brilliant. Fantastic. By God, you've done it again, Game Freak. Indeedee, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot you existed. You can get yourself like a 2.3. Why does Indeedee exist? Just, you could have had that as like a Galarian Audino at the very least, like Jesus. We have ourselves Morpeko, the Pikachu clone. I could not be more neutral towards this if I really tried. So a 5.0 for you. And Phalanx is the Goomba because I forgot to take off my Sword and Shield mods. So just pretend this looks like a Phalanx for a second. I love Phalanx. I think Phalanx is absolutely brilliant. Again, the history references get to me, man. They get to me. You're gonna get yourself a 9.7 Phalanx. You deserve it. Enjoy it. Take it to Gordon Ramsay's somewhere. Snom. Now, I never understood all of the Snom hype. I never got it. It's just, its design's really weird. It makes me a little bit uncomfortable when I look at it with its little, like, I don't even know what to call it. Its little mouth receptacles kind of going back and forth like that all the time. I'm like, don't touch me with those or I will stand on you. Snom can get itself like it's like a 5.0, honestly. But Frostmoth, I think Frostmoth is great. Icicle moths are fantastic. You can get yourself a 7.8. Clobbopus is so adorable. Absolutely brilliant. I want a Clobbopus plush. I really do. It's the Tantrum Pokemon, much like myself. So Clobbopus can get itself a 7.7. And Grapploct, I love Grapploct just as much. Grapploct, you can get a 7.8. Oh, 1 point higher. Pincurchin, you don't even need to exist. You get yourself like a 1.2. 1.2. God, Gigantamax Lapras is just... Why? What is this? What's this supposed to be? Ah, Mr. Mime, because, I mean, to be fair, this Mr. Mime variant does look a little bit less creepy than this Mr. Mime variant, so you get a little bit of a boost for that. And he does have mittens on, which are very adorable, so you can get a 6.8. Because I don't mind you all that much. Mr. Rhyme, however, I think is bloody brilliant. Mr. Rhyme, you get yourself an 8.3, because you know what? You're fantastic. Good on you, mate. Good on you. Galarian Darumaka, they just did a hue shift on Darumaka and made it white. I mean, it's fine. It's not bad, you know. It's all right. It's all right, really. That's what you can say about it. You get a 6.0. Galarian Darmanitan, design is very odd, but I will say this thing is very cool nonetheless. I'll give you a 7.3. Stonjourner. God, you're gonna keep giving me with these history references, man. You're gonna keep getting me with them. But you know what? I am here, and they are getting me. So, Stonjourner, I don't know if it's pronounced Stonjourner. Stonjourner sounds absolutely terrible to me, so I'm gonna go with the old Norse pronunciation. You know, you got like Mjolnir and Fjord, things like that. Stonjourner, that sounds good, right? That sounds good. I don't care what your official pronunciation is, Game Freak. Mine's better. I substitute my own. Stonjourner here can have an An 8.9, yeah. Ice Cube, they finally put a penguin in. It does look a bit strange. He reminds me of Egad from Luigi's Mansion. Not gonna lie, he does little bits. But I still like Ice Cube a lot. I give you a 7.9. Duraludon, I just don't know what to think about Duraludon, to be honest. I'm still conflicted. I don't like the design all that much, and then it turns into like what, Trump Tower? Like, give Duraludon a 6.3. Drakazol, this is literally Yoshi. You get yourself a 7.6. Octazol has a special place in my heart because it was Remus in our Pokemon Sword and Nuzlocke, which is absolutely brilliant. I give you an 8.0. Dracovish! I don't even know what to think about this. This is some kind of like hell, Satan, demon spawn. It must be painful for it to exist, but it does nonetheless, so you can get a 7.3. And Octavish is literally the worst of the lot. I don't even know why this thing exists. I always forget about this one. This thing can get like a 1.5. Oh, and then we have Agumon, my favorite Galarian form. Yes, if I were to rate Metal Greymon, I would give it an 8.3. The Dreepy line, a creepy ghost. I love the concept of that, I really do. So Dreepy gets like a 7.5. This is just kind of like the weird, little awkward middle guy that they kind of have to have in there for a pseudo-legendary. So, like a 6.0, not a, yeah, more like a 5 actually. Not a huge fan of you. And then we have Dragapult, which is the big boy. For some reason, like, hovers like this. What's that? What stance is this? Do you know what you're doing? Why are you doing that? That's really weird. Wait, stop that. Stop. Why are you doing that? That's really weird. But you know what? You can get yourself a 7.8. I think you're pretty sick. Then we have Zacian, who is obviously the better of the two. Zacian gets itself a 9.2. Zamazenta, I will say, still pretty sick nonetheless. I'll still give Zamazenta like an 8.3. And then we have Eternatus, which is just, what do I even make of this thing? It's absolutely ludicrous just looking at it. Absolute demon. I never expected this to ever wind its way into the Pokemon series. Looks like something out of Resident Evil or something like that. But I will say it's pretty freaking cool. So we'll give you an 8.1, I think. With the Eternamax, you know, you got the Eternamax thing. I mean, that's pretty decent too. So that was every single Pokemon rated. I probably missed some, and if I did, you'll let me know in the comments section below. But if you disagreed or agreed with any of my opinions, please do shout at me in the comments section because that helps me with the YouTube algorithm, and I do love being helped in the YouTube algorithm. Be sure to share this with your friends. Be sure to follow me on Twitch, you idiots. And follow me on Instagram too, because I post good videos and pictures on there every single day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much to our Twitch subs and YouTube members of the day. Remember, if you are a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber, that both gives you access to the sub Discord, and I appreciate you supporting the channel. Thank you so much, guys.